but one drop must have got into the melting pot. Yo, tell me where your people from, because we're all mixed up. Check your pedigree and I bet you find that one drop. Well, it was the one drop that decided whether you got a share of the pot or whether you had to leg it from the lynch mob. Yo, you lot, keep up. I'm telling you, even if they found one drop, you were dropped. Yet, it was that one drop of pluck that runneth over the cup that gave Rosa Parks the pluck. She said, you know what? I ain't gonna give my seat up. And while I'm at it, let me explain my personal position. For now, I'll tick ballot box, I'll even sign the petition. But if we cannot cotch at the table and suck from the cup, then we'll burn stuff down and we'll mash stuff up, because there is the one drop that cannot be stopped. It's existed over epoch and it comes in many constructs. I am not just that one drop in the ocean. Open your eyes up and you'll find the whole ocean in that one drop. So stick that in your homeopathic concoct. And nowadays I've been immortalised. I've been popularised by medicine, media, CSI. And you want to know why? Well, it takes a little while to unlock my mystery, but every time they spot me, I make history. So, you know what? When they lunged up at the bus stop, that modern day lynch mob, probably all self-medicated, you know, shored up. They were definitely premeditated because they were tooled up. And you know the upshot. Run, Stephen, come on, keep up if they catch us. Where the title one drop comes from the one drop of blood which they used to, you know, to prosecute the two out of the 5 of them.
Can we talk about the nonsensities? Just 2 out of 5. But we all know. Do you know what I mean?
And they always knew who it was. It's
gonna get me mad. Who's that poet, that really famous poet? He's from Birmingham, he's got the dreadlocks.
Benjamin Zephaniah.
Benjamin Zephaniah. I remember when the murder first happened, you know, and like within 3 months he was there on telly saying, and he done this poem which I wasn't feeling at the time. I must admit, but I wasn't a poet and I didn't appreciate the stuff, but I feel it now, you know what I mean? And he was going, we know who the murderers are. We know who the murderers are. We've known from day dot who you know, within hours of finding out about the murder, the same names were given to the police station over and over again. You can be sure if that was a group of black names that the same names was given over and over. They would have got arrested. They would have got arrested.
They would have arrested them before we knew who it was. They would have. Anyway.
So as you can
on a
tell,
Sunday.
we poets, we don't just talk about stuff about our emotions. We talk about life. We talk about politics. About things that are happening down there. We're on fire today.
Sadly good.
So you said, so that would have happened a couple of years ago, and you was a poet. So tell the people how long you've been in the game.
I've been in the game, I would say 3 years. I can tell you when I got into it. My first performance was at Jaw Dance, and it was on the 11th of the 4th, 2011. And the reason I know that is because there was one of those, you know, artists at the time who drew me as I was performing, as I forgot my words and said, no. I remember when Yomi Greed was trying to drag me off and I forgot my words. I was going, no, yeah, big up Yomi.
And I was
I had a little fall. That's it. Anyway.
So you've been in the game 3 years. Listen to how much you can get done in 3 years. Because this upsets my heart. How much slams have you won, competed in, and won, or placed in the top 3?
Okay, you know, I've lost count. I seriously because you know when I came to the realization that slam is just another way of performing.
Not to cut you off. Slam poetry to all.
You have to cut me off. You won't go word in edgeways unless you cut me off.
Slam poetry. It's like a rap battle, but with poetry, and it's not so much the back and forth about dissing someone. It's about presenting your poem within 3 minutes. Did you hear that?
Should I explain this? He's tripping over his words. He's tripping over his words. Okay, so slam is a competition, okay? And it's